Hi, I'm Jonathan from CareerPropeller.com. Thank you for joining me on this video today. This video is all about research, how to research the company, why to research the company, and how to actually go about it and what results you should expect. Okay, thank you again for joining us, and let's get straight into this. Why research the company that you're interviewing with? Well, if you don't, you're going to look pretty silly in the interview. You won't be able to ask good questions, and asking good questions at the end of an interview is really, really important. We'll cover that in another video. Secondly, what if the employer says to you, "What do you know about us? What do you know about our company and what we're doing?" If you go, "Oh, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't have time to research." How do you think that looks? It looks to the interviewer like you're not bothered. Are they going to give the job to you, the person who looks like they're not bothered, or are they going to give the job to someone who comes in fully researched on the company? They know exactly what's been going on. They've looked at news articles. They know the latest hires at the company. They know the direction of the company. Who are they going to give the job to? They're going to give the job to that person who's done their research. It is absolutely critical that you do this. So what sort of research should you do? Well, an obvious place to start is the company website. So you need to go on there in depth. You need to look at all of the articles on the website, not every single page, but all of the main areas. So the careers section, certainly, news section, about us. Look at the board members. It could be that you see a member of staff on there that you know. And that's an area of common interest. Another video that we're going to do about finding common interest or common ground with the interviewer. Very, very important, because people like to hire people that they feel comfortable with. And if you can find common ground with an interviewer, then that's going to really be in your favor. So what sort of research should you do? Again, now, company website, go over that in fine detail, just for any little snippets of information that you will be able to use in the interview. As I say, whether that's people that you might know there, whether it's a common area of interest, whether it's a news item that's caught your eye, all of these sorts of things you need to note down on a template. We'll talk about templates a little bit later. Also, you should look at general news stories about the company. So you can go on a search engine, maybe one beginning with a G. I don't know. There are others available, of course. Go on any search engine and type in the name of the company and then click on news, and you're going to get news stories. Cool, eh? You can get news stories about that company. Now, some of that might be negative news. You just don't know. But hopefully most of it will be positive. I would say if there's negative news, I'd be careful about using that in the interview. You don't want to upset the interviewer. But equally, it could be that if you find there's loads of negative news, you don't want to go for the interview in the first place, or you don't want to apply to that company. Really, this research should be done as early as possible. But certainly, when you've been called in for an interview, you have to do it. So news articles about the company, very important. There are other websites such as Glassdoor. If you go on Glassdoor, there'll be reviews from employees, ex-employees. There'll be ratings, there'll be average salary levels, all that sort of thing. It's really, really good information that you need to capture on your template. If there are negative reviews, you've got to take those with a pinch of salt, because really, it could be someone who's a bit disgruntled, who's gone on there and decided to have a bit of a rant. Not saying that's not valid, but just take any negative comments in context. And it could be that, if there's a theme, for example, it might be that, everyone's saying, oh, they work really, really long hours. You could work that question into your interview in a way that's non-confrontational, and you're not making it obvious that that lots of people are complaining about that. Because really, if you're someone who's not into long hours or staying after hours, then that's not the job for you, rightly or wrongly. You've got to get the job that's right for you, and you need to find out all these things in the interview in the right way. So what results should you expect from your research? Well, you're going to be much more informed, so you should have a full picture of that company. the latest news, perhaps their latest business wins or contract wins or things like that. Who's joined the company, who's left the company, what new products they're bringing out, all of these sorts of things. And through Glassdoor and other websites such as that, you'll have a good insight potentially from the actual employees of that company. So the results should be that you're much better informed going into that interview, and really the ultimate outcome is you will look more credible in front of the interviewer. That is the end goal of all of this, is for you really to get the job, for you to look credible, be the most impressive candidate on the day, and to get the job. That's what it's all about. So how do you go about it? Well, I mentioned templates before, and in our course on our website, the Ultimate Interview course on CareerPropeller.com, we have templates that you can download and use. But you don't need to do that if you don't want to. You can just knock up a simple template yourself, just with different boxes, different sections. So, for example, company website, news items, movers and shakers. So who's joined, who's left, etc. Any big wins. You can look at employee feedback. Break this down into different sections and note all these things down. Now, I wouldn't say take that into the interview with you, but that is your preparation sheet, or one of them, because you're going to also research the person who's interviewing you, and you're going to look at the job spec, the job ad. That's another bit of research you need to do. Again, we cover that on CareerPropeller.com. But the ultimate way to go about it is to get a template and get organized, okay? And that is the final message, really, that I've got for you today, which is take responsibility. It is only down to you, okay? It is only down to you. It's your responsibility to prepare properly for your interview. If you haven't done it, it's no one else's fault. You are putting yourself into the background effectively amongst all the other candidates. If what you want to do is single yourself out for the right reasons, and that would be being prepared, being credible, and asking good questions. And you can only do that if you've done your research. So take responsibility. Okay, if you've got an interview coming up, take responsibility now, get sorted out, get a template, get it done. Okay, that is my message for this video. I'm really happy that you've joined me on this. If you have any comments, any requests for other subjects you'd like me to cover, then please do put those below. Like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And I will see you very soon.